Saving money almost destroyed my family. Yes, destroyed. I know that sounds crazy, because all our lives we are told one thing: save money, save for the future, save for safety. But what if I told you saving alone kept us poor? My name is Ethan Cole, and this is the story my grandfather taught me the hard way. In our small village, people used to call my grandfather lazy. They said he wasted his life. They said he had no ambition. But they didn't understand him. He wasn't lazy. He was afraid. Afraid of losing the little money we had. Afraid of failing. Afraid of trying and ending up with nothing. So he chose what felt safe. He saved. Every single week he would drop a few coins into a glass jar under the bed. Clink, clink. He would smile and say, "This jar is our future, Ethan." But our kitchen shelves were empty. Our meals were smaller every week, and our future felt very far away. One cold night, I walked to him quietly. I was just a little boy, barefoot, hungry. "Grandpa, do we have bread?" My grandmother slowly opened the cupboard. It was empty. No flour, no rice, nothing. That silence was heavier than hunger. I looked at my grandfather, and for the first time, I saw tears in his eyes. Not loud tears, just quiet regret. That night, he didn't sleep. I could hear him turning in bed again and again. Sometimes the hardest pain is realizing your safe choices are hurting the people you love. Months passed. He kept working long hours in the field. Hot sun, heavy tools, burning hands. And still, he kept saving. The jar finally became full. For the first time, he looked proud. He picked up the jar and said, "Ethan, tomorrow we buy enough corn for weeks." The next day, we went to the market. He poured all the coins on the counter. "I want 3 sacks of corn." The shopkeeper counted slowly, paused, then shook his head. Prices went up. "This money buys only 1 sack. 1. That moment changed him. All those months of sacrifice and the money had lost value. Saving had protected us, but it hadn't moved us forward. That's when he understood. Saving keeps you safe, but it doesn't make you grow. That evening, he sat outside watching neighbors pass by. One carried eggs, another carried milk. They weren't rich, but they weren't afraid of tomorrow either. Suddenly, he looked at me and said, "What if money should work for us instead of sleeping in a jar?" The next morning, he made a bold choice. He used all the saved money and bought 3 thin chickens. Not perfect, not strong, just a small beginning. At first, we got 1 egg, then 2, then 5. We ate some, we sold some. With that money, we bought more chickens. This time, money didn't sit quietly. It moved, it multiplied, it created more. My grandfather started writing everything in a small notebook. Every egg sold, every coin earned. Slowly, our house changed. There was food on the table. There was hope in the air. And there was pride in his eyes. For the first time, he wasn't just surviving, he was building. One evening, he held an egg in his hand and said to me, "Ethan, remember this. Saving keeps you alive, but growth sets you free." And I never forgot that. Saving is important, yes, but if you only protect your money, you stay in the same place. If you want a better life, you must make your money move. Even if the start is small, even if it feels risky, because the future doesn't belong to people who wait. It belongs to people who act. So today, I ask you, are you only saving or are you growing? Are you protecting your comfort or building your future? Start small, start scared, but start, because one small step can change everything. And if this story made you think differently, stay with this channel, because here, we don't just tell stories, we build stronger minds and better futures together.